Hey everyone, Ravinous here. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, and today we are going to be starting up the quest line for Hildibrand in Stormblood. So, we are currently in Kugane, and where the quest begins, and you don't have to do the other Hildibrands per, like the other two Hildibrand storylines. They set it up so you can start these whatever, but I have completed those. Eventually I'll have videos of those on my alternate character later. But the dialogue will reflect that I've been involved with Hildibrand and company before. But not doing those shouldn't stop you from doing it if this is where you want to jump in. Anyway, so, like I said, we are here in Kugane, right by the main Aetheryte, and we're like next to the inn. And this conspicuously inconspicuous man is, if I'm not mistaken, a guy I've been keeping my eye on since the first Hildibrand questline, who I refer to as Nashu's stalker, because he tends to be staring at Nashu at random, and usually isn't even selectable, so it's interesting that our quest starts with him, if this is who I think it is. He looks like him. Alright. Hey, you're a Urizian, right? An adventurer, maybe? Good at killing and whatnot. Me? Oh, I'm no good at it. I mean, other than the occasional rat, but, I got a job for you if you're interested. There's this Makote girl, an incredible, beautiful, wonderful girl in this tavern, right? Come all the way from Eurizia like you and me. So beautiful, this girl, so beautiful. Yep, he's Nashu's stalker. But in this weird, strange place where people are bowing all the time and getting on the ground and tucking their legs under them, a young girl traveling by herself is in danger. Some bad people could trick her and take her and make her do, you know, things. Anyway, get in there and keep her safe. I'll be watching. You're always watching. To the point where I'm almost eager to look to see if he's already hiding somewhere, even though he just disappeared. Alright. So, Nashu's probably up here, maybe. She's in here somewhere. I just know it's Nashu based on how this story is going. And that was Nashu's stalker, and there's Nashu. Talking to Gyodo. Yes, I can be of service to you, milady. Oh, no. Now, I can't do voices for these characters, so you just have to bear with me doing my own, but... I have seen this gentleman Urizian you seek. Yes, and I should be glad to take you to him, if you like. He's doing that spiel again. You are ever so kind and helpful, Mr. Talking Cat. Catfish, to be precise, and I care not for the Urizian. I am Gyodo, not Namazu, and the services I provide are not free, I'm sorry to say, nor are they cheap. Are you sure you can afford to pay? Oh dear, I spent my last guild on fare to Kugane. Is there any other way I can convince you to help? Hi, Gyodo. Core, if it isn't Ravinous, don't tell me you came all this way to help little old me. Ah, you see, when Inspector Hildibrand took to the skies, I said, Nashu, you better not let him get away this time, and immediately began looking for ways to head far east as I could. And I couldn't get much farther east than the Far East, right? I was worried I wouldn't be able to find him, and but wouldn't you know it, Gyoza the talking Numa here says he knows where he is. Careful, this one knows our game. Escaping it. Careful, this one knows our game. Escaping his wrath is going to take all our skills. Yeah, I do. I say there's no need for such menacing glares. None whatsoever. 1,000 pardons, milady, but I had no idea you were traveling with such esteemed company. Forget everything I said regarding the fee. Now, if you will excuse me, I have a pressing engagement. Very pressing indeed. Wait, you haven't told me where the inspector is yet. Because he doesn't know. He's a con artist. Huh? Little Gyozo was trying to swindle me. Oh, Nashu, you ought to know better than to trust a talking cat. Alright, checking for my, see if our stalker is around. I do not see him. I always make that a little game. Anyway. I asked lots and lots of other people if they seen a gentlemanly Eorzean, but none of them were any help. Oh, Inspector Hildibrand, wherever could you be? Let's see. Following the instructor's key, it says, stuck in the ground or in the side of a building, like as not. Keep an eye out for legs. That's actually the right answer. Though technically one. Yes, he does have a habit of landing head first, doesn't he? Hopefully, we won't need Lord Godbert's help to pull him out again. Ah, that's it. If the inspector is always on the hunt for a case, then all we got to do is find the biggest, juiciest one we can and wait for him to appear. Let's go and see what trouble we can turn up, eh? This way. All right. On the hunt for a case. I notice they put the vistas a bit more visible. Either that or I never noticed that one, which I doubt. I tend to look up. Anyway. Do you have a case? Unsolved crimes? Oh, it so happens that a large number of properties owned by wealthy merchants have been pillaged this past fortnight. Master Akebono's shop in the Rakuza district was most recent, as I recall. But you may be rest assured that the second Segumi will track down the thief in due time. I know, they do have their own police. Oh, I can see where this is going. This place is a police force. He is the detective. He's going to be working alongside while somewhat against. That would be my prediction. Hildibrand is going to be a thorn in the side of the second Segumi. So, there he is. Wow, he's actually clicked on it twice in one quest. Compared to mine, the not able at all. You're stalking again. Huh? Alright, you got me, Mr. Samurai. But before you do anything rash, like arrest or torture or chop me into little bits with that sword of yours, know that I'll never touch her. I mean, I never had the chance. I'm sorry. He's not even looking at who I am. No sword. Oh, you're the Eorzean adventurer. I thought you looked familiar. Phew, phew. For a moment there, I thought I was done for. Those second Segumi don't mess around. I'll cut first and ask questions later, you know? No romance in their hearts. They wouldn't understand. So it's not just crimes, but big, incredible crimes you want to know about. Incidents like incidents the likes of which send ripples through time and space, through fate and destiny. True, stalking isn't part of that, I guess. It was 5 years ago, or maybe it was last week. I'm not so good with time lately. Anyway, there I was, walking old bustling streets, when the sea parts and my eyes meet the maiden most fair, and she stole my heart. It was like two grains of sand in the desert, looking for each other, and one of those grains, knowing that it was destined to spend the rest of his life with the other grain, because she had the whole sultry scribe thing that made him so. Wow, you were obsessive. Ever since that day, I've watched over her from afar, a silent guardian, a humble protector, a stalker. Some might think me mad or call me a coward for refusing to speak to her, but they're the fools. Fools, I say. True love is not the product of clumsy banter, but careful study, years and years of observation, of deception, until you know her better than she knows herself. Perhaps the time is right. I shall reveal myself to her, but until that blessed day I shall aid her from the shadows, and you, my friend, will aid her in the light. You know, for 2 whole storylines of me noticing this guy, it's really interesting that he's actually not up in front. He's interacting in this quest line. But this town is crawling with all kinds of shifty folks up to no good. Come on, you lot, show yourselves. So, let's head up here. Hopefully... Oh, we're going to deal with the Yakuza, aren't we? Dastardly doings and purported instances of criminal behavior. This is Kugane, my dear. We have no shortage of that here. But since you asked, the story in everyone's lips is the Bokai-sen these days is at the Bokai-sen these days is that the wealthiest among us, and how they're being preyed upon by some sneak thief. Perhaps they should invest in better locks. Blah. So, but yeah, I'm caught up on the stalker character because okay, Yagiri. Sorry, I thought it was Yugiri for a second there. Because of my little game of watching it for him, and now my game is kind of gone because he's there. There you are. Learning anything interesting? Let's see. I want to say the creepy bastard. I really do. We've been stalking you for 5 years. Oh? Oh, you're having me, Hud. As if I wouldn't notice. Be serious now. Yeah. I noticed. A series of robberies committed by a mysterious thief? Oh, that's just the thing. Well done, Ravinous. Our next order of business should be to track down Akebono and ask him about the latest incident. So, okay, he's right over here. Not too far. There's a stalker around. He's always, if he's around, he's always has a line of sight on her, so I want to see if he's around. Okay, I don't see him. Okay, yeah, they're always there. Alright. Oh, he certainly looks like a well-to-do merchant. With a fake mustache. That fiend, that despicable rapscallion, the nerve of him to make mock of us. My thanks to you, Master Akebono. Make sure I pronounce it. Master Akebono. For all your help. I swear to you on my honor that the sneak thief shall be brought to justice forthwith, and with that I bid you good day. So it is Akebono. Let's go ask him about the robbery. Blah. Back on. Forgive me, my lady. In my haste, I did not see you. Are you all right? Shall I summon a healer? Don't worry, I've taken bigger knocks on the noggin than that. Hey, are you? You aren't one of them samurai, are you? Shirogane, at your service, my lady. You have my sincerest apologies for this incident. Much as I would like to make amends for my reckless behavior, I fear duty compels me to take my leave. A nefarious criminal is at large, and I must bring him to justice. Oh, that's all we need. That's all we need. Competition. Well, I'm sure Inspector Hildibrand and his faithful assistants won't lose to the likes of him. That merchant must know something important for Shirogane to run off like that. Let's go find out what it is. Greetings and salutations, Master Akimoto. My name is Nashu, Agent of Inquiries, Extraordinary Inspector. And this is Ravinous, who's also got a knack for it. Can you tell us about the recent robbery? Ah, inspectors. I have heard rumors that one such as you were come from the west. You seem an honest sort, so I'll oblige your request. This very morning, one of my assistants found the establishment unlocked, and when he went inside to investigate, he discovered that my most prized possessions had been stolen. To make matters worse, in their place he found this message. You have just been robbed by the Kugane wolf burglar. Wolf burglar? Surely you've heard of his recent exploits. Similar calling cards were found at the scene of other robberies. Now I too have become a victim. A series of robberies committed by a thief with a calling card? Oh, there's no way Inspector Hildibrand is going to be able to resist the lure of this case. I thought the two of you were inspectors, but it makes no difference to me who catches the criminal, and since the second Tsugumi seems to be at a loss, you will be generously rewarded for any of your information that leads to the recovery of my stolen property. I wish you well in your investigation. Tap the mic. Stand. Now this is supposed to be a prelude to the bigger story that we're gonna do, but and these are always dried out on multiple parts, so always looking for him. Always looking for him. All right. Well, all we have to do now is stick with this case. And we'll be all we have to do now is stick with this case and we'll be reunited with Inspector Hildibrand. I just know it. Call it my keen inspector's assistant sense. Anyway, I'm going to try and learn more about the other robberies. If you learn anything interesting, come and find me. Alright, is there more to this one this time? I don't know how many quests are involved in this. Nashu, I'm not gonna, I can't pronounce it. It's on the case of this Warburger. Sorry, I can't read it so fast out loud. Oh, Green Rooster. Sorry, sometimes run way too fast for me to read them out loud. Except for this one that happens to be sitting there. But, Green Rooster, that's Enkidu. So Gilgamesh will be back. Of course, it's been too long since I had a chance to whip up a batch of Nashu's delights. You can be sure I'll be putting these little darlings to good use next time. Oh bugger, good thing I've got plenty more stashed away. Right. So, if you haven't experienced Hildibrand quest lines before, well, that's a good example of what we're in for. And it looks like, since, as I said, this is the prelude, I think we'll have a longer run in 4.2 when this should continue, because usually it's just about every patch. So if it's not 4.2, then it'll be a little later, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be 4.2. So we'll be back with the next one then. So if you enjoyed this, give a like, any thoughts, comments down below. If you haven't subscribed, click on my beautiful face. To export these videos, check out my Patreon. And thank you for watching. Until next time, later.